Welcome to the First 10 Minute Podcast. Episode 3 is in the building. It has to be intentional. If you guys don't know me yet, my name is Stefan. I am from Florida, but I live in New York. I want to make sure I do my due diligence with this podcast, and I speak to why it even exists. And I kind of speak to the reasons why you should listen to it and why you should kind of take it in and make it a part of your daily life and or schedule. Personally speaking, I am coming from a perspective of a, 18 to 35-year-old American, Black American male who was raised predominantly in a culturally Haitian household, who was raised with a single father for the majority of my, upbringing. My dad did have girlfriends and wives, but for the most part, it was just him, who knew that the best way to do it was through entrepreneurship and through making it off your own so that you could be home with your kids. And so he worked, he had his businesses, he took us to church, and he kind of did his best to raise my brother and I in the best that he could with what he had. And so I think that for me, all those kind of experiences put together give me a unique worldview to be able to come to this podcast and deliver a product that is unique in the sense where a lot of people are not in the space giving, the truths that I give from the perspective that I give it. And so when I say things, it's coming from a 35-year-old Black American male who is living in the United States, trying to be as successful as he possibly can. And all that leads me to talk about what I actually want to kind of bring up today for today's iteration of the podcast. First thing I want to do is make sure that you understand that everything that I think about runs through a worldview of Stefan is a American who's a Christian, whose worldviews are surrounded by those things, and how I think is surrounded by those things. So how I perceive marriage is coming through that worldview, how I perceive making money comes through that worldview, how I perceive, what success looks like comes through that worldview. So some people might look at that and say, Stefan, you're kind of limiting yourself, or you're kind of causing yourself to not really be able to be the best version of yourself because you have so many things that you're kind of having to filter through. But that's just where I'm at in life right now. So first and foremost, I say this with all confidence that, I give honor to, the Creator God, however you want to slice it. I have the strength in my body because intelligent design made it so. I wouldn't be able to walk or move if there wasn't somebody that made my human body the way it is. And I got to acknowledge that and say that, listen, it gives me power. And I love that because I can focus and I can be as successful as I can be because someone made my body in that way. It didn't just happen haphazardly. Which leads me to my actual topic that, in order to be the successful version of yourself, in order to live life, it cannot be done haphazardly. The universe didn't just happen. It didn't come to being. All scientists agree with that. It was intentional. And you have to live intentionally in order to find joy in the ordinary things that you do throughout your day. you have to literally live in everything that you do, make it intentional. Find the joy in the metrics of getting the or mundane things accomplished. Find the joy in organizing your life. Find the joy in, making, little ordinary things as important as possible. And from there, you'll find a holistic and full scope of what you find to be your life. I met a guy the other day, and he mentioned to me that I guess one of his sayings that his mom used to tell him was that life is a special occasion. And I think that was so profound to me because it means that the way you live your life should be the same way that you get ready to go to a party. How you're intentionally getting dressed up, putting on your favorite cologne or perfume, getting a haircut, getting a nice edge up, putting some nice fresh clothes on, outfitting yourself to be the best version of yourself, to go present yourself to the party or a special occasion or whatever it is. That is life. You have to live your life intentionally. It has to be on purpose, with purpose. Your life has to be on purpose, with purpose, in order for you to see any measure of success. If not, life is just going to be happening at you and to you, and you're going to ruin the opportunity for you to see good things happen to yourself because, again, you're not living it on purpose. And you say, well, Steph, how do I actually live intentionally? And I think the first thing that you would have to do is to recognize that you have the ability to shape your day-to-day life. You have the ability to make your life what you want it to be. And you have the tools to make those wants actionable steps. I would say the first thing you need to do from a day-to-day basis is write down what you want to do and then organize your life to fit that want. It's not easy. It's actually very difficult to do that because it requires persistence. It requires you to kind of grunt it out daily. But again, you'll realize that you are living your life, and life is not just happening to you. And the majority of humans on this planet have life just happen to them, and they coast through life and are just bombarded by things. And so we see things like depression occur majorly in people, especially people in the United States. You see things like, suicidality, because people are just letting life happen to them, and they're not actually taking charge and control of themselves and the things that they can affect and the change that they can make in the world. And they're just allowing things to just, give them slaps left and right. None of it is easy, but it's always necessary. Live your life intentionally. And then whatever you do, give honor to the Creator, because you didn't just get here. You don't have the strength in your limbs just off your own muscle. And even going to the gym and putting on muscle and getting stronger is further evidence that somebody made intelligent, plans for your body. Somebody gave your muscles the ability to be able to grow and develop in the way that they are as you're working out. So give honor to the Creator and live your life with intentionality. And I guarantee you'll feel better as a human being. You'll speak more confidently because, again, you're the one living your life and things are not just happening to you. Again, at this point in the video, you probably hear the outro. So you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on the socials. Everything is at Stefan's Life. Link is in the bio for Instagram. Link is in the bio on YouTube. Link is in the bio on TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. And iHeartRadio will be streaming live tonight on the 15th. So make an effort to go listen to the podcast and give me your honest feedback. Again, I want to create a culture that is successful yet transparent, so that you, the human listening to this, can say, wow, somebody is there to relate to me. Wow, somebody's out there that actually understands. Yo, somebody's out there giving me support, giving me that booster. I just want to kind of phrase this and put this out there. You know, we are 2 weeks into the 2023. That means you have 50 weeks left to affect change in your life. 50 weeks left to elevate. 50 weeks left to dedicate yourself to something. 50 weeks left to live your life intentionally. It's up to you. No one's stopping you but you. And if not you, then who? If not now, then when? And I always end with this. If you're ever feeling alone, or you feel like people don't understand you, we're all self-conscious. I'm just the first to admit it.